It's Tuesday, March 27th. Welcome to your coffee break news brief on the HAN network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, taking a break from our FCIAC tour stops at Bryan McMahon and Darien high schools today to bring you the latest local news. Now, Norwalk police are looking for help identifying a suspect who burglarized cars early Saturday morning. On March 24th at about 2 a.m., 3 vehicles were burglarized in the area of Deepwood Lane and Knollwood Road. All those vehicles at the time were unlocked. Now, Norwalk police, of course, remind everyone to lock your cars, remove your keys and fobs and all valuables. But anyone that can identify the pictured suspect is asked to contact detectives at 203-854-3192. And a Florida man has been arrested in New Canaan for allegedly breaking into the Historical Society. 32-year-old Stennis Alexander Lowery was charged with third-degree burglary. Now, on Sunday, March 15th, at about 6:30 in the evening, police responded to a report that someone had broken into the Historic Society and had activated a burglar alarm there. Well, that suspect at the time was described as a black male wearing a hat and hooded sweatshirt and walking southbound on Main Street. Well, an officer located Lowery walking southbound on Main Street and at the time holding an umbrella, a rock, and a stick in his hand. Well, a witness positively identified Lowery as the man seen leaving the Historical Society. He refused to speak with officers regarding his involvement, but he was taken into custody and held on a $5,000 bond and given a court date of March 26th. Now, Nancy Geary, the executive director of the Historical Society, was told that the perpetrator may have been homeless and was looking for a place to sleep. She said he broke into the Rogers Studio. Now, the Rogers Studio is a small building that is a National Historic Landmark and sits behind other buildings on the Historical Society's property on 13 Owen-Oak Ridge Road. And in other news, in Darien, an 87-year-old woman leaving St. Luke's Church Sunday collided with another car, causing that car to spin out and hit a pole in the early afternoon. Video shared by the Darien Times shows the aftermath of the scene. Now, Darien police confirmed that the woman, a Darien resident, was making a left turn heading toward Stamford when she hit another car being driven by a Darien resident, a 60-year-old man, also heading south toward Stamford. Now, the car that was hit was spun around and hit a pole, but no one was hurt, according to Lieutenant Jeremiah Marin of the Darien police, and both declined medical attention. Now, those vehicles had to be towed from the scene. The woman was issued an infraction for failure to grant the right of way. And in other news, Trinity Catholic High School in Stamford has canceled its softball season this spring. Scott Erickson of Hearst Connecticut Media reports that on the first day of tryouts for the 2018 season, 9 players came out for the team, and of those players, 4 had never played softball before. While feeling that it could not put a quality team on either varsity or the JV level, and fearing having to forfeit games if one player was not available, the decision was made to not have a season. Now, the decision to put the program on the shelf for the season was not made easily, according to athletic director Bob Robustelli. Robustelli told Hearst in part, "It kept me awake at night, knowing that girls who live for softball will not be able to play this season." He also said, "We absolutely hate having a program, not having a program for a year. It does not send a great message, but we want it to be fair to the FCIAC and to the other teams." He said the school plans to address the issue and hopes to have a team back on the field next spring. Now, HAN will also be making our spring tour stop at Trinity Catholic on Wednesday. But that does it for this coffee break news brief. Follow all the HAN FCIAC tour action on HAN.network.